While leaders are pushing forward on multilateral trade agreements, signaling a shift from US-centric markets, Brazilian President Lula da Silva met European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in Rio on Friday, ahead of the signing of the EU-Mercosur Free Trade Agreement in Paraguay. The deal connects 700 million consumers, creating the world's largest free trade zone. Da Silva emphasized Brazil's ambition to move beyond commodity exports to higher value-added industrial goods, while von der Leyen called it a strategic signal for global markets. The agreement concludes 25 years of negotiations, marking a major milestone in the transatlantic trade cooperation.
The agreement that will be signed tomorrow in Asunción, Paraguay, is good for Brazil, it is good for Mercosur, it is good for Europe, and above all, it is very good for the democratic world and for multilateralism.
This is the power of partnership and openness. This is the power of friendship and understanding between peoples and regions across oceans. And this is how we create real prosperity. That is prosperity that is shared. Because we agree that international trade is not a zero-sum game.
In Asia, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney met Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing to advance bilateral trade. Canada will allow Chinese electric vehicles at a 6.1% tariff, down from 100%, while China will reduce tariffs on Canadian canola from 85% to 15% starting March 1st. Additional reductions will cover canola meal, lobsters, crab and peas, alongside visa-free travel for Canadians. Officials highlighted that the agreements would support new joint venture investment in Canada and create auto manufacturing jobs.
Because by building this new strategic partnership, a strategic partnership for current realities, we're creating the stability and certainty that's needed for new investment and opportunities for our workers. In parallel, as the Vice Premier referenced, Canada and China now have the opportunity to work more closely together to strengthen the world's multilateral institutions.
Meanwhile, India is engaging with the European Union to expand market access and strengthen economic ties as part of a broader push for multilateral trade. Experts say these agreements demonstrate a global trend towards open markets and strategic partnerships. Chinese Premier Li Qiang, addressing the G20 last year, emphasized the need for free trade and cooperation to overcome global economic challenges. With Trump-linked hostility on the rise, multilateralism is set to gain more traction this year.